everyone, welcome to our channel. In this video, we are going to learn about Python basics. So if you are new here, I am Devashri and I make learning Python fun and easy. In the last video, we covered Python installation through Anaconda and Jupyter Notebook. We learned what is data science, what is machine learning, artificial intelligence and rest of the things. If you want to know what we have learned in the previous videos, you have to watch the previous video. Language known for its readability and simplicity. It is widely used in data science, machine learning and automation. So let's write a first program. Actually, we have written a first program in the previous video only. I have wished you all hello viewers, but you all have not said hello to me in the comment section. So let it be. Okay. So this simple code has printed hello viewers in one line only. So if you'll compare this with the rest of the programming languages, you'll need to write a line of 2 to 3 lines of code for just to print just these two words. So let's just start with variables and data types. So variables store data in Python. The best part, you don't need to declare their type explicitly. There are two concepts of first I want to discuss that is dynamically and statically typed. So what is a dynamically typed and statically typed language? I'll explain that this concept. Okay, so for Python, a variable is what you have to write it first. Okay, so let's take an example. So this name is known as variable and this Devashri is known as a value of that variable. Okay, so I have writing this. So this is written in Python, but if you are going with different other programming languages, then what you have to do is, now Devashri is in text or string. Okay, so you have to mention it first, what it is, what are the value you are going to give. I am taking this variable, this is known as name. Okay, so this is a variable, so I have to tell first what I am going to. Okay, I'm taking any random value. Okay, and don't take this seriously, this is not name of anyone. Okay, so I have to mention in any of the programming languages, if I am going with, then I have to mention what the value in this variable I am going to give. So this is the text value, or this is a string, whatever. In different languages this it is said different, so whatever is said in the Python, I will take that only. String. So this is the string type, then that is the variable is name, then in that it is the text value or string value, that it has to mention. If I am taking any number, so I have to mention it first, a is equals to 34. Okay, so this is the syntax of any other programming language, and I'm not going to name of any programming language, but it is considered. But whereas in Python, if you want to write, then what you have to do is, you can just simply give a variable name and then assign a value to it. So this is the difference between Python and any of the other programming language. So here this thing is known as, in whichever language we are declaring the things, we are first telling only that what it is, so that is known as statically typed. And this, where we don't have to mention anything first, is known as dynamically typed. So this is only the difference between the dynamically and statically typed. So what Python is, now you know that. Just let me know in the comment section if you still have any of the confusion. So here you can see that we have written this text value or the string value in the double quotes, whereas when I'm going with the number, then I'm not going with the double quotes. So this is also a thing. Now here I'm not going to teach Python in detail. Okay, you have to understand the things, because our main focus is going to be on libraries and using those libraries, what we have to do in the data science. So that is only the main focus. So here I'm just going to tell the basic of the things, but I'll go with a speed over here. is true. So this doesn't make any sense, okay, but don't take it seriously. But you can say see that we have different kinds of variables present over here. Like we have assigned to name, this is the variable, and we have assigned Devashri this value to it. For age we have assigned 110, for height it is 5.8, and it is true. So this is the string value, this is the number, this is the floating point number or float, you can say that, and this is the boolean. So these are the basic things which are there. So when I came into this next cell, and here I just wrote name. So it has identified that what name is, so it has executed that and it has shown me the answer, like what is the value present in that name, or what is the value present in that name variable. So these are the variables that are present. Like some common data types in Python are, data types means like this is the data type, sorry, this is not the data type, this is the value of that data type. Like 110, it is written into the number. So number or integer, we will say integer is there in the Python, it is not number, integer. So integer data types are like, we have data, okay, there is a trick here. You can see when you click on this drop down, let it be these things, okay. So here you can see on this drop down, here is the markdown option. What you will do is you will just select this, and here you can write the things whichever you want, like whichever you want into the comments. So these are some of the data types which are present in Python. Now next we are going to learn about type checking. We will write that in the comment, okay. So how comment is written in the Python? By giving this hash symbol. Type checking. Type checking means like this is name, this is age, the height, this is, what is the type of it. Now we have understood the data types, okay, that integer is there, float is there, we can identify that 5.8 is a decimal number or it is a float number. So we can identify it. But what if anyone is new, or if I would have not told you the concept of data types, and then directly I would have told you the type checking concept, then it would have been easy, but let it be, okay, we'll try. So what you have to do is, let's just write it print type. Now from these things of what you want to check the type. Now let's say I want to check the type of A. So type checking is what, like if you want to check any of the type, like what it is. Now this name, this is no, this we know that it is string, this is no, this height we know it is float. So but in case if we can't identify the thing, then in that cases we can just print this type, and then whatever the name of that variable is, that we can assign over here. So this is how we are going to check the type of it. So let's quickly check the type of everything. We are just going to copy this, and we are just going to, so you can see first age is of integer type. In age there is integer type of value, in name there is string type of value, in height there is float, and in is there is boolean type of value. So this is also how check the type of it. Now knowing data types helps us to work with them correctly. So this is the advantage of it. Now next we are going to learn about operators. So let's just quickly take the markdown. Let's just make this a markdown. You can see that whenever we are writing it as markdown, it is not in arithmetic. What happens? I'll show you an example only. Let's take the value for A. We have not took A, right, before this. Yes. So let's take the value of A as 45 and B as 23. Okay. So if you want to see the sum of this, if you want to see the difference between these two numbers, then you can print it. So those all things come into the arithmetic operators. Likewise that if you want to compare these operators, like 45 is greater than 23 or 45 is less than 23, those things if you want to see, then those things come into the comparison operator, or logical operator, and or those things come into that. So let's see this arithmetic operators. So what I'm going to do is print a plus b, and then so you can see we have added two numbers, right? So this is the addition, and which comes, it comes into arithmetic operators. Okay, is also there, like floor division is also there, modulus is also there, exponential is also there. So if you want to see that also, then we can do that also. If we write here, so what we'll do is we will just print one of that, a exponential we will print. So that also value we can see over here. This is the arithmetic operators. Let's see the example of we are going to give the values of a and b as that only. Okay, we'll just come here, give the comment over here, and then comparison operator. Here's here first I'm saying that a is greater than b, so yes, it is true, so it will print true. If a is less than or equal to b, then it will show us the value, like if it is correct then it will print true, if it is false then it will print false. A is equal to b. If it is really, like 45 is not equal to 23, right? So that is why it is not going to print true, and a is not equal to b. Yes, this is also right. So see the answers: true, false, false, and true. So like that we have seen comparison operator. Now let's see one example of logical operator. A and b means it will add. Okay, so let's take another example also. A, this is also the thing you can see over here, you can see the values a or b, so like that it is also printing. So operators are crucial for data manipulation and decision making. Now next we are going to see about strings. Like what are strings? Here when we were learning about variables, as I said that name is equals to their history. So this name, this value in this name is known as string. Means anything we have written in the text is known as string. Okay, so we'll learn that. Let's first take a markdown. Markdown is a place where we are going to write any of the rough things which we want to note, like if I want to highlight some of the things. Here this operators, arithmetic operator, comparison, these things are optional, right? We are not giving them comment also. So that is the thing that we can write in the markdown. And this is also, the markdown name itself is telling us like something we are marking in a book. So that is why this markdown is there. It is really important when we are working with any of the thing, to keep our things marked. So let's learn about strings. Strings and string function. I have pressed shift enter. Okay, so I'm taking the new cell. So strings are sequences of characters enclosed in double quotes. Python provides many built-in functions to work with these strings. So this, as it is known as string, and it is enclosed in double quotes. You can see this. This is also a string, right? It is also enclosed in double quotes. And Python provides built-in functions to work with these strings. So what are these functions? We are going to see. First, let's see how string is being created. String creation. So we have to take any of the variable name, like whatever you want to take, you can take it. I am taking it as text, and as it is rule is that it should be in double quotes. So let's take double quotes and write any of the strings in it. Now you can write your name or any other thing you want. So I'm writing this thing. So I have created this string, and let's see what are the different functions we have with this string. Now to print this string, what you can do is you can take the print statement, and in that what you can do is you can take this print and you can write here text. This printing statement is there for us. Or else what you can do is you can take next cell and just write there the name of that variable, so it will execute in that way also. You can see we have got the output over here. So now let's see functions on these strings. Like some common functions we are going to see, like if we want the string in uppercase, if we want the string in lowercase, or if we want to capitalize the first word, or if we want to replace anything from the string. So those things we can do with the help of string functions. So let's see what are those. First we will see about capitalize. Now this is the string, okay. So what we are going to do is print text dot upper. So now what is the output you are going to get? See, you can see this. We have got the whole string printed into uppercase. So this is the function we can use if we want. Or else next we can see that here you can see. Now I'm writing in the same cell only. So because these all are the string functions, that is why. Now if you want to remove the spaces at the starting and at the ending, then what we can do? We have the strip named function. So let's see how to use it. It has written the same string, okay, but it has removed the spaces, but that we cannot see right now. But in case if we want to use it, we can use it. Let's replace something. Now this, for this replace, what we want to replace, that thing also we have to mention, right? Let's replace this hello with capitalized word of hello, okay. So you can see we have replaced this hello word with this hello. Means like capitalized we have made it. We can also do with this upper function, but we have did it. Or else if you want to replace it with any other thing, then you can replace it. But these all are functions that are present. These are some of them, okay, not fully, not full functions I have shown. Here also I am making a mistake. It is case sensitive, okay. So make sure what you are writing. Like if you are writing print statement and in that p if you are mentioning as capital, then it will take it as error. So we have to type it very. So now let's see split function. So it has splitted it, because you can see that here it has all been printed in one line and this is being splitted. So these are the some of the common functions on slicing. Will understand it, like what is indexing and what is slicing. Word equal to Python, okay. And now I'll show you what is slicing. Here you can see that this PYTHON. So what is indexing? These all alphabets are being assigned an index. So what index is there? Like if you want to see, this P is being assigned index as 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. So like this indexing are being done. We cannot see those indexing, but if we want to, now if anyone asked us to just print y from this Python, so what you are going to do? So in that cases this indexing really helps us. So what we are going to do to print that? Now let's see. Print word, sorry, you have to mention the indexing into, we wanted to print y, right? So this is 0, this is 1, so let's write here 1 and then close it. So see, we have printed y from this text. So this is known as indexing. Let's do something else. Now here I have made this -1. So if you are saying that 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, these are the indexes assigned, then where this -1 and why this -1 is being assigned the value of n, and where you can see this n, it is in the last. So negative indexing is also present. Negative indexes are like, let me show you, wait, -1, then -2, it doesn't starts from 0, okay? So like this the negative indexing is there, okay? For this n, this -1 is there. For this o, -2 is there. h for -3 is there. So like that, if we want to extract y from negative indexing, if anyone tells us, now at what place this this y is there, means like which negative index is being assigned to this y. Let's see, -1, -2, -3, -4 and -5 is there. So let's give this -5 and sorry, here also, yeah, now it is complete. Oops. Here you can see that we have printed this y. So this is the thing, we have negative indexing also and positive indexing also. So strings are powerful in Python, and mastering them will help us handle text-based data efficiently. Okay. Now next we are going to see about comments and indentation. Now here, yeah. So here you can see that I wrote this negative -1, -2, -3 for our understanding purpose, right? It was not needed, or it is not the requirement of our code. So but still if I run this code, or if I execute this code, I'm just pressing shift enter, okay, to execute the code and take the new cell. Yeah, so if I am executing this code, I am getting error, and what it is error is showing that indentation error. So indentation also we are going to see indentation, and what these things are there, the Python code is not able to understand this thing. So what we can do now, we don't want to execute this line, this code we don't want to execute. So what we are going to do is we are going to make it as comment. Now let's run this again. So see, it has executed the code, but it has not took this line. So this is the thing that we have in Python, that is known as comments. Comments are to be ignored. Now as Python is known for its readability, simplicity, this is because indentation and comments. With the help of comments, we can explain our code. Now here I am explaining the code. This line is to explain the code, okay? But now I don't want to execute it, but I want to keep that in my code. So that is the thing, only comments are there. If we don't want to execute any line of code, now here I could have here I have written the string creation. This is also I have written in the comment. And what is the symbol for the comment? This hash. Now this hash is for single line comment. In Python we have multi-line comment also. So what we can do now, here we have seen this multiple string functions in one only cell. So what we can do is, now here I don't want to execute all the functions one only. I want to execute one function at once. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, so now if I execute this cell, so what I'm getting, only the split functions execution is being done. Rest of the things are in the comment. So this is known as multi-line comment. If you want to write any multi-line comment in our code snippet, then what we can do, we can enclose it into 3 colons. and we have to end it with that only. Okay, so if you want to write multi comments in Python, you have this option, or if you want to write a single line comment, then we have this option. Now next, let's learn about indentation. Like, what is indentation? Now, unlike other languages, what Python does is it uses indentation to define blocks of code. Now, if we will forget indentation, then what will happen? It will lead us to error. So let's see one of the example of that. Oops, caps lock was on. So define, this is a function. We are going to see it in the next video. Now what is this def? Now what is this greet? I am writing here. I'll explain it in detail in the next video, but for now let's just see this. Okay, so this is just a function we are going to see. Okay, now here when I pressed enter, you can see that this line has directly added some space by itself only. That space is known as indentation. If it didn't give that space, what we will get, we will see that also. Now let's just write something. Okay, so this is the code snippet. I have created a small function called greet, and in that I have this is the def, this is the keyword that is used for function def. Then this is the name of that function, that is greet, and in that I have assigned an argument to it. Then if whatever name we are going to give, it will print for that this thing. So let's execute this once and see. Whatever name I have passed to this function, it has printed as hello, and this name it has done. Now what is this indentation? Here if I took this print under this def, so what it is going to show me. Now let's execute this. So see, indentation error, expected an indented block after function definition on line 1. So it is also telling me that indentation error is there, and where is this indentation error? At this print. So and press the tab, yeah, and now if you execute, our code will get executed. So this is the importance of indentation in programming. We have to identify, or we have to keep it in mind, like what are the things and where they should be placed and how we should write this code. Now this is to make a code efficient, so that is why indentation is also needed. Here also, if I took this greet over here and then execute this code, it is not getting executed because it is not proper, because we have not assigned any name. It is considering that we have not assigned any name to this function, so that is why it is not printing any output. Now here if we'll do that, then it will take it as it. Then we have passed this value for name. So that is why indentation is important in Python, or in any of the language. We should make sure that we are writing a code efficiently. So forgetting indentation leads to error. We have seen that how. Bad indentation will cause an error only. So that's it for today. We have covered Python basics, variables, data types, operators, strings, string functions, comments, and indentation. Now let me give you a small assignment. You can do it and tell me the answers in the comments, okay? So this is the assignment for you. What you have to do is you have to take two numbers and then print their sum. And if you will do that, just drop your answers in the comments. So that's it for today. We have covered Python basics, variables, data types, operators, strings, comments, and indentation. If you like this video, then smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and stay tuned for the next video on Python data structures. And happy coding!